Today I'll be showing you how to set up easy blending materials inside Unreal Engine 4. So let's begin. First things first is I want to import my three materials that I'll be using. And here they are. I'm just gonna import all of them pretty much. There we go. And we don't need this. This is just because the instances are a bit different. We don't actually need these. So import your materials. If you like to. I imported mine. That is all. So as you can see, we have three materials here. And how to set up the blending material is easy as clicking on Mega Scans. And as you can see, material blend. So we need a base layer, a top layer, so base, top, and middle layer. So base, middle, and top layer. It doesn't matter. You just need to select them in a correct way. So base layer, middle layer, top layer. That's how you select them. Middle and top don't differ too much, but the base layer must be really precise. So we create material blend. Now close that out. Blend materials, we will have our blend material here, but we will have really big errors here, as you can see. So what we need to do is go to find parent and find the parent and surface blend master material, open it up, and now this is a bit of a grueling process, but we need to go to base, middle, and top layer textures. So base layer textures, and here they are. So as you can see, we need to actually put something inside of these. Now this is a bit tedious, but you need to go through all of them, through base, middle, and top layer, to actually select every single map manually, and you'll see how in a minute. So we go here and say albedo. Actually, I'll name them base color always. So this is the base layer, so cobblestone base color, as you can see. And then continue on doing it for every single one. So cobblestone, roughness, and so on and so forth. So just do this for every single one so you don't get errors, and we can continue doing this. Okay, now we have set everything up. We have put in the maps. I just forgot one thing to tell you. Just go inside of these, so these red folders for substance, and just use height maps as well if you're using the method I'm using by importing the SBSR files into the Unreal Engine 4. So just make sure you select height as well so you get height maps, nothing else. Other than that, we have our blend material here set up and ready to go. And it should compile shaders real quick, and after that we can get to actually using all of these fun parameters, and I can explain them all to you. So as you can see, we have gotten a simple rocks, nothing else, as you can see. So what we're gonna do here is just get these. Okay, so blend, base layer, I want these enabled here, and I want to use a puddle layer, as you can see. And apart from that, we can enable, what can we enable? We can enable tiling for the base layer and for the middle layer and top layer as well. And puddle layer, we will get to doing that as well. Before we do anything though, let's just get some just a simple post-process volume so we don't have the exposure banging us. Unbound, and we're just gonna go exposure, and just a simple, we put 1.5 here and 1.5 here, just so we don't get that annoying effect. So now you wanna go to modes and mesh paint. Select this mesh and select paint. Now the problem with this mesh is that it has too few polys, and it's hard for as you can see, there is one vertex there, one there, so it's hard for vertex painting to be effective and look good with only this low vertices. But let me first show you how to actually do this. So red, let's switch the paint and erase color first. Here, as you can see, and if we choose green, we get our top layer. If we choose red, wait, but we need to actually deselect the green. We get our top layer, as you can see. And it kind of paints in everything for us. It looks decent, but this is generally not the result you would want for your blending materials, because this is really hard to control, really hard to paint, and like it's really annoying. So what I did is I just made simple ground plane inside Blender, and I'm just gonna import it right away. So I imported our very basic plane here, and let's just put it into place as we should. So mode, select, and let's just get everything going here. I'm just gonna put this in 0, 0, 0, and just go to blending materials and apply the blending material. Now you can see this is a bit too much, so we need to play with the values, and we just go open up the blend material. It's already opened, and let's get tiling done correctly. So if we go to our base layer, and let's say 5 by 5, that seems reasonable, but we need to do the same for all the other layers. 5 by 5, at least match it. You can play around with it later, but for now, match it to get some okay results. And now, after that, we're gonna go again back to mesh paint, and now we can paint nicely on these really good surface areas. So if we go blue, we're painting the puddles. So we can erase by pressing Shift and trying to erase it everything just for now. So let me show you the options that are here. So let's paint some grass here. Actually, I'm just gonna wait. So let's just paint some grass just here, as you can see. So this is not completely painted, but we'll work with it. So we go to base layer, middle layer, blend contrast. So blend amount, we can put that to 5. As you can see, it already puts the grass below. So we can put that to whatever number we would like. Blend contrast, we can really contrast it or not contrast it at all. As you can see, it works both ways, and you can play around with it. I think 1 seems pretty fine so far. So now blend fall off. Okay, I may have done way too much here, but blend fall off, if I put 1, 2, 5, see, the bigger the number, the sharper the fall off. So I want to put, say, 0.5, as you can see. That looks decent for me, and if you want you can invert blend, but I don't really see the point of it, so I just keep it at 0. So as you can see, we have our blending set up, and now we can get painting. As you can see, all these rocks can have grass on them. We can even lower the strength of this, 0.25 for example, and we can have some variable results if we play around with the painting tool. So not everywhere it's gonna be the full blend, as you can see. So just slowly painting it over. And now you can do the same. I would copy these values here, so 1 and 0.5. And as you can see, we have some leftovers here, but let's just paint them over here. So as you can see, we can paint all these areas with some ice, and it can also be really nice thing to do. So as you can see, we can paint with both channels, but it usually paints the top layer first. So what we want to do now is we can mess around with these options just as we did with other stuff. So for example, I want this to be 2, and I want to kind of see the rocks through ice, if you catch my drift here. So as you can see, you can kind of see the rocks, but they're kind of frozen, and this is the effect you can go for if you want to use the ice layer. But let's just remove that from here completely. So let's just get 1 and just remove everything from here, because I want to show you the puddle layer. And the puddle layer is actually, wait, sorry. The puddle layer is the blue channel, as you can see, and it creates small little puddles. Let me just erase that. Small little puddles that can also be changed in inside our settings here. So liquid height max, we can put that to whatever we want. It doesn't change much here, as you can see, but you can make the stones look even wet-like, not even with puddles. So let's just put this to 0.5, 0.1. Actually, let's kind of go like that. Liquid opacity, you can change that as well. Liquid here. There's a lot of stuff you can change here. A really whole lot. You can even change the albedo of the actual water. You can make some really cool effects, but that is not what we're aiming for here. And darkening range, as you can see, you can play around with that as well. And basically, yeah, that's it. So once you actually set this up, it's pretty easy to use, and I just wanted to show you a way that you can get something set up really quickly without much hassle, just so you can test out some variations and whatnot. I will link a more detailed video about these material blendings down below. It's actually done by Quixel employees, and it's way more in depth, so you can learn way more about blending there. But here I just wanted to show you a way that you can actually use this for every single material just to get some quick results done. So yeah, that was it for this video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye. If you like this tutorial and would like to learn more about material creating in Substance Designer, consider checking out my Skillshare course down in the description. It is your go-to place to start learning more in depth about creating materials inside Substance Designer, and is also amazing for beginners that want to hop right into material creation. Also, if you use my link in the description, you get to watch the entire course entirely for free.